Jordan Peterson's most savage comebacks.
Woohoo!
What is good? Welcome back to the Flawdcast. I am your boy Flawdzilla, and I'm here with my lovely co-host Mozilla.
What up, y'all?
This is the last normal place on the internet, and we're glad that you could be here with us today. All right, okay, and you will be too. Now, without further ado, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever we drop, man.
Flaw's booty, man.
So dumb. I try to catch you every time, and you still just try to make it make sense, and it no matter what, man. But yeah. So today's video is Jordan Peterson's most savage comebacks. We've watched a few Jordan Peterson videos on this channel, and every time they get a good response, like a real good response,
every
right?
Time, yeah.
Every time, it's like
crazy.
It's more of it's our more like serious videos.
Yeah.
You know, we have like real conversations on those videos because he's such a he opens my mind, man. He does.
For real. I agree.
And yours, obviously. Like the conversations are just dope conversations whenever it's him that we're watching.
Yeah.
So
for real. He makes me understand every time. I say it all the time, but he really makes it easier for me to grasp.
yeah, me too. Me too. But I think this is gonna be multiple interviews. Obviously, like probably a few that we've already seen, but multiple interviews where he has dope retorts, which is probably could be all of his interviews.
Right? At least, yes.
I've never used that word before, retorts. When the hell have I ever said that?
That was nice.
I don't even know where that came
I
from.
don't even know what that means.
Like response, right?
I think probably sounds right.
I don't know. It sounds like food.
Pop-Tarts?
Yeah, like torts, like tarts.
Tarts.
Yeah, that's how I'm hearing it.
But yeah, he has, I'm sure, like in each video, he definitely has like at least.
He always says I'm fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fired some bullets.
Probably multiple times.
Yeah.
Everything.
Every time we watch
he
it.
never said anything. Yeah.
Every time we watch it, it's fire.
Legit.
He says craziness.
I've never heard him say some whack shit.
Me either. But yeah, so yeah, that's the intro.
Yeah.
Let's get into this, man.
Spaghetti.
I think that's all I had to say, right? I don't think I have anything else to say.
Right.
Bam. Again, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me turn off this chat.
And what?
Let me turn off this chat because the chat was on the screen.
Okay.
But hit that notification bell so you can notify whenever we drop.
You're a Flawd's booty. You freaked me out with that one. That one was like, whoa, what?
Yeah, because I didn't finish it. I didn't say the same
That was
thing,
about
but
to mess
that
me
wasn't
up.
on purpose. That was because when I changed the screen, I noticed that the chat from the live stream was still up.
Should have just took it and said it was on purpose. Because you almost messed me up.
Well, it was on purpose. I was lying. It was all a lie. All right.
It was
what
all
is
a
that?
dream.
I feel like a knife. Okay.
It's a
Let's
knife.
go. You love bringing up the old ass memes, bro. Yesterday it was raindrop drop top. Today it's a knife. Yo, you're bugging with these mumble rap like Atlanta memes. Atlanta rapper memes, bro.
Yo, I'm dead.
Think a trans woman is a real woman?
I don't really like the way those questions are formulated. I don't know what that means. What do you mean a real woman?
Well, I'm asking you, in your mind, it depends what you think a real woman is, but do you think a trans woman is a woman?
You don't just get to ask that. You clarify what you mean when you say real woman.
So
fuck?
So when somebody tells you to clarify, all you have to say is in your mind and then ask the same exact question.
Like you're setting him up. What the fuck are you even trying to ask him? You don't make sense. So that'd be like saying, do you think that men are ogres? And he says, what? What are you talking about? An ogre in your brain. Is a man an ogre?
In your mind.
In your mind, what is it?
Do you think?
Like just like any mythical creature, you can just make anything up and just say, do you think this? And then when the person says, what the fuck are you talking about? Don't make no sense. They could just say, I mean, maybe not ogre because an ogre is a thing.
Well,
but like, you know what I mean? Like if it's just ask them some shit that doesn't mean the same thing.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the same thing and just ask them if they mean, like she purposely asked them that. The only answer that can come from that is no.
Yeah.
But they're not going to allow that.
Nope.
So what are you looking for? You mean it's not a real woman? Because that's the only way you could say is a real woman. A real woman means not a real woman? Means not a real woman? Because that's the only way you can say that a man is a real woman.
Yeah, if
real woman has to not mean woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
they have to change. Well, I mean, they be changing definitions every day. So
yeah, but she said in your mind, like it could be something different. Like, what are you saying, bitch?
Legit.
Where if we're talking about biology, then no. A trans man is not. I mean, a trans woman is not a real woman.
No.
And that's just facts. That's crazy.
It is what it is. Some things you cannot change.
That's a fact. That's the perfect way to say it. That's the perfect way to say it.
Woman.
No.
Why not?
Because I think that women are capable, generally speaking, of having babies, and they have female genitalia, and they have an XX chromosome, and I think the biological markers are relevant.
The chromosome is the key.
Isn't it crazy that you have to say that? Like, no, because women can have babies. Like, why do you even have to explain that answer to that question?
And like, if she would have said, do you think, well, still not, but like, when you throw the word real in front of it, you're asking for a specific answer, but you're trying to set them up. Because you're playing games with words.
They can want to be a woman and want to change to a woman and try to be changing to a woman.
They're actually not going to be a woman. And if you, like he said, if you mention that chromosome part, then it is what it is. You can't change that.
Absolutely not.
You can add whatever you want anywhere.
You can't go in
but
your
that
body
chromosome will not change.
Nope.
So
there's a difference between me and that.
That's it right there.
What is it? The Y?
XX.
I have XX?
Yeah.
You have XY?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he just said. I didn't know that until he just said that, but yeah.
I knew it was one or the other.
Yeah, obviously, because there's only two. According to science, right?
No, actually, there's 25 chromosomes.
More. Oh, 25 chromosomes. I thought you were going to say genders. Because there's way more than 25. Like 25 million, if anything.
Interested in people being able to have different choices and having equality.
I'm interested in this one too.
XX chromosome, and I think the biological markers are relevant.
I'm interested in people being able to have different choices and having equality of outcome.
Aha. Well, so the overwhelming proportion of people who are in prisons are male. Now, do you want to equalize that, just out of curiosity? What about bricklayers? They're 99% male. And we've got about 3/4 of the population now in universities in the humanities and social sciences are female. Are we going to equalize that? And men work longer hours. They work more dangerous jobs. They're more likely to move. They're more likely to work outside. They're more likely to participate in jobs in the STEM fields that are scalable. They make more money for those reasons. And that's all hidden under the idea that the reason that men and women make different amounts of money is because of their gender. It's a very simplistic analysis.
We already seen this. We already saw that, but that was still just gospel. It still was like...
Yes, he's gospel too, yo.
That shit felt like, da.
For real.
And she was like,
Yeah. Like, yeah, I haven't heard that one before. Again, all they do
say shit.
All they do is make noises and roll their fucking eyes. And look up.
And clap.
Yeah.
Are you against the use of
gender? It's a very simplistic analysis.
Why are you against the use of alternate pronouns?
I'm against the use of legislation to determine what words that myself and other people are required to utter.
That's it.
But would you use alternate pronouns if a student asked you to?
I think I've made my position on that clear already.
Well, perhaps not to our audience at home who are just being introduced to this. Would you use alternate pronouns? And why not?
Because I don't believe that other people have the right to determine what language I use, especially when it's backed by punitive legislation. And when the words that are being required are the constructions, they're artificial constructions of people I regard as radical ideologues whose viewpoint I do not share.
It is radical.
Until women got full legal rights, they could own property.
Yo, it's all based on I'm an individual. That's everything that he's saying.
Same thing that y'all want.
That's it. That's it. I matter to myself.
Yep.
The things that I say matter to me.
Yep.
Not like if what I say doesn't matter to you, this is the same argument you always make. Why do you get to be offended but I can't? If we're
being offended,
if my words don't matter to you, or what I want matter to you, why does what you want matter to me?
Why do you expect it to ever? To like the audacity
my
of
beliefs, you. Your beliefs are more important than mine in your head. Then
that just shows how much
because I'm not because I don't have the same mental illness as you.
Yes.
The fuck out of here.
That just shows the mental illness behind it.
Even though I might have mental illness. Not saying I'm not mental
absolutely. Absolutely. Because I probably do too. I guaranteed 90% of the population today do. But and it's probably 90. Inflicted. But anyways, probably, like it just shows that they can't accept that. It just shows the hypocrisy and the backwardsness of it all. There's absolutely no logic. It's insane.
Really no logic.
It's insanity. They should add that as a definition to insanity.
What?
Fucking everything that the logic of the
liberal logic.
Yeah.
Liberal
logic equals insanity. That's
Imagine.
Fucking insanity.
Social justice warrior.
If we can change definitions out here, then
insanity, social justice warriorism.
Yeah, for real.
Do themselves like
you're a foolish bitch.
All it took was feminism. Imagine.
Yo.
Feminism can't do shit right now.
This is
You think
sick.
it did more then?
For real. They'd be like, oh, yo. No.
Crazy.
Insane. Insanity.
There's no proof behind what she was saying.
I do. That's what I think. Okay,
But she's
well, you're a
just gonna
fucking
run
fool.
with it.
You're a
ignorant.
fool. That's
You're
all
fucking
he can.
ignorant.
If that's all he can say, yo, you're a fool. Get out of my
Legit.
face. You don't even know what else. Like, that's foolish. Legit.
Like, and then what is this? Freedom to smash bigotry.
Yo.
What do you mean
Okay.
smash? No. What do you mean smash? Like, you get to hit bigots? Is that what you're asking for? Violence against bigots? Like, what do you mean smash bigotry? What the hell does that mean? You mean get rid of? You could say that.
For real.
I mean smash. Like, you got to use a violent
With a
violent
hammer.
verb. But let that be some bigots saying that.
Freedom to fucking destroy feminism.
This is crazy. And what do they even mean by bigotry? They're just going to say
Literally.
being a man or something. Like,
What do you mean?
niggas just existing is just
Legit.
bigotry is what they're going to try to get at.
This is sick.
Theory.
What are they even saying?
He's laughing.
Hi, Jordan Peterson. Oh, yeah.
I'd rip that fucking sign. Wow, good one. What the
Are they
fuck?
pure
Pure
shit?
narcissism at work, by the way.
That's assault.
They're spraying people with shit.
That's assault. Isn't that assault?
Yes, you can't just spray people with shit.
What is it, perfume?
What are they spraying?
Probably fucking douche spray or something.
Wow. Summer's Eve. Summer's Eve in a bottle. You're wild. Yeah, you've been going on a tangent, bro. The last few videos, you've been wilding.
Oh, man.
You're getting a little bit too comfortable.
I know.
Yo.
But for real, that's assault. You can't do that.
Yeah. Wild.
You doubled down. It said Summer's Eve because that was perfect. I should have just said that.
What, Summer's Eve in the bottle? I didn't double down. I just recognized your joke. That's it. I just went a little bit further with the joke. It was funny. It was just funny to me.
Yo,
Imagine.
That's not fair. This is so
It's not.
fair.
It's not, because this is radical behavior. Like, because people don't agree with you, this is like, yo, you want to protest? Why can't you just go protest?
Outside.
This is something that he got, you know what I'm saying? Well, this is I can't even think. His event. I can't think of the fucking word. This is his event. And you just ran in the middle of it and did all that, and no one did anything to you.
People paid to go here.
But no one did anything to you. So who's really acting crazy?
You legit.
Nothing happened to you. People laughed and just sat there and allowed you to act crazy and get out. Who's really intolerant? Who's really fucking crazy in the situation?
Because really, security could have fucking tackled
Easily,
your
you're
ass
fucking
and
bugging.
sprayed you and took you right to jail. Because you're
crazy.
infringing and spraying people with shit. People could go blind.
Yeah, legit. What the fuck is happening?
You don't know what that is.
It is assault.
What if it was acid?
But of course, this is how they do, bro. This is legit
Straight
radical
up.
behavior.
Get out of here.
And when this is just supposed to be okay. You want to be able to smash bigotry at his event. Like, yo, it's just
disgusting.
They allow this
It's
shit.
it's
It's
disgusting.
okay when the radicals are on the left or in one of these groups.
Yep.
It's okay. Like,
Yo.
everything short of, well, not even, because in the riots, people died in the riots and they don't give a fuck.
No, nobody talks
They only care
about
when
it.
someone defending themselves. defended themselves. They don't care that these people just went off and just caused all this shit and murdered people themselves. They don't care about none of that. Crazy. You only hear about Rittenhouse. Crazy, bro. What about that dude that was protecting his fucking his business and wasn't even against them?
Right.
And they just murked this dude, bro. Just killed him. Nope. You gotta hear about Rosenbaum. What's his name? Rosenthal.
Rosenbaum.
Rosenbaum?
Yep.
Rosenbaum.
You know, to hijack an event like this that other people put time and effort into, and to use their civility of the crowd and the civility of the organizers as an excuse to blatantly yell out your ill-informed opinions is no way to conduct a civil dialogue. It's absolutely appalling. The people who do that should be embarrassed.
Ashamed
My
of
idea
yourself.
of the patriarchy is
You said what we said so much better than we said it.
Yep. You did.
Because that's exactly what they did, like I said.
They should be ashamed of themselves.
Like we said, these people are sitting there at an event that they chose to go to, that they put on, and you just ran up in the middle of that and just did all that, and no one did anything to you. And you're still acting like the people in the crowd that were tolerant and sitting there are the crazy ones.
Disgusting.
Are the oppressors and the aggressors.
Yes. When
Crazy.
you're infringing your bullshit on people.
You're a fucking radical. You are a psycho.
Psychotic. Nothing. You're psychotic.
And there's no logic to your shit.
No.
There's no logic to what you're saying, but you're still trying to force it on everyone. Like, you haven't even come to a logical standpoint in your head. You can't, because there's no logic in what you're doing. So you haven't come to a logical place in your head, yet you're still acting on these things. Crazy. Such a flimsy belief system, such a flimsy existence.
That anybody with
just because there's rapists.
Yeah.
That means that it's a male-dominated society.
Yep. And how many percentage of people are rapists?
Exactly. And all grape victims ain't women.
And I was just gonna say, how many percentage of rape victims are men?
Yeah.
Or you know?
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
You're right.
Come on now.
It's just
that's sick.
The numbers. Like, people, it's crazy when you look at statistics like that. Like,
yes.
They look at statistics like we should only care about them. We should only care about that person. They're using their statistics to be victims rather than to come to
real
solutions.
Conclusions.
Yeah, come to actual conclusions and try actual solutions. Instead, it's
and be real people.
I'm a victim. I'm a victim. The only way to change that is to delete all men.
Yep.
Like,
instead
what, nigga?
Let's just like.
What are we talking about? What is the actual argument? What do you actually want to do?
Legit. Really look at the world. If you sit down for like an hour and just look at the world.
How do you stop what you're saying? Like, if you say, okay, so we get rid of all of the men, right? Or all of whatever the fuck, most of, let's say. If the problem is men, they're saying men are the rapists. How do you get rid of that? How do you stop that? You have to get rid of all men, right?
Yeah, because you can't know if they're rapists just by saying, hey, are you a rapist?
Where's the actual fix here? There's no, I don't even know what, like, and then you put women in power. There's women rapists too. So does that mean that now you just want to give women the power to be those rapists?
Yeah,
because there's still women rapists. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah. What percentage of rapists are women?
There's still some, regardless. So the issue, like, it's an issue that exists. There's bad people. There's good people.
Yep.
And you have to just, it becomes balance. Be prepared. Prepare yourself. That's literally the only thing you can do.
It is what it is.
The only thing you have control over is making yourself more prepared. You have the right to bear arms. You have all these things that are not perfect protection, but you're more protected than most. And a lot of people don't realize the protection is you got to protect yourself. Like, it's not everyone else's responsibility to make sure you're okay, because people got to worry about themselves and my family.
Yep.
So we got to focus on your issues, because your issues are more important. But just because you're focused on this one little statistic of rapists, there's so many other issues in this world that everyone else is dealing with. But that's the only thing that matters. Like, that's crazy.
It is.
There's so many other things happening in this world, but you are the most important thing ever. That one statistic. And then you're gonna sit here and bash someone who is a clinical therapist because he has an opinion. Like, I mean, is that clinical psychologist because he has an opinion.
Yeah.
And because his opinion makes sense.
And
they try to attack
like
the logical.
And you don't like it. Yep.
When someone is logical, they're like, white supremacist, Nazi, all these things. Like, what do you mean? This dude's actually considering things. He's actually thinking. And you're attacking him because his opinion doesn't line up with yours. That's crazy. They don't want solutions.
No.
They do not want solutions.
No.
They just want to complain.
They just want fucking TikTok and fucking
They
to
want
be able to complain. You're right.
Yeah, they just want to make themselves just like feel better.
Self-validation.
Just validate themselves. That's all it is. They don't actually care about people. They don't care about anyone. They care about themselves. That's why they're just talking, just trying to make people, hey, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. Consider me a victim. Acknowledge my victim. Acknowledge my victimhood. I'm a victim.
Yep.
Rather than just trying to be better prepared and do what they got to do. All of us can only be prepared. Can try to prepare better. That's all we can do. You can't get rid of evil.
For real.
More than a cursory knowledge of 20th
Not in a free
century
country.
history.
No.
Not in a free country.
No.
So you think the solution to that is to make the country not free because you're still not getting rid of tyranny. You're not getting rid of any of these negative things. You're just giving power to someone else to be able to do it to you themselves.
Legit. And all you're doing is giving it away from yourself.
Yeah, you're giving away the protection that you actually have. The little bit of protection and freedom is your freedom.
Straight up.
And you're giving that away to make you feel more protected. But all you're doing is taking away your first line of defense.
Idiots.
Dumb.
It's
dumb as fuck.
Backwards.
Dumb as fuck.
Who dares to claim simultaneously?
They want saviors. My bad. I just keep pausing, but they don't want to save themselves. They want someone to come out and save them. It's crazy.
That they have compassion for the downtrodden and that they're Marxists are revealing either an ignorance of history that's so astounding that it's actually a form of miracle, or a kind of malevolence that's so reprehensible that it's almost unspeakable. Because we already ran the equity experiment over the course of the 20th century, and we already know what the Marxist doctrines have done for oppressed people all around the world, and the answer to that mostly was imprison them, enslave them, work them to death, or execute them. And as far as I can tell, that's not precisely commensurate with any message of compassion. Sorry, tried that, didn't work. We've got 100 million corpses to prove it, and that's plenty for me. And if it's not...
How can you want to live in that? I don't understand people who are pro-socialism, pro-communism, pro any of this shit. I don't understand it. You think that's how, like, that you're giving the government too much credit when they're corrupt right now. You think they're going to get less corrupt with more power? Makes no sense.
That's an oxymoron.
It is.
Yo, that's crazy.
Power corrupts, bro. But they don't get it.
We all know this.
They don't get it.
Everybody knows that.
That's how you know these people are really like, they're inhumane themselves. Like, they hate humans.
Yes.
It's the worst people that make these kind of arguments because they don't trust themselves. They know what they're capable of is what it is. It's projecting. They're like, if everyone's like me, then we need to be protected.
Yes.
We need someone else to protect us because I'm terrible.
Yep.
That's how they think. The world thinks like me, then we need to save ourselves from it because I'm a terrible person. That's basically what they're saying.
Yo.
And they don't even get it. They don't even get it.
They think they're
projecting.
Good.
Yes. They think they're like
empowered.
Yes. They think they're saying something good by saying we should give up our freedoms.
People. Yeah.
Like, crazy, bro. Crazy.
And they're giving their kids up to it too.
Yeah. Yes. Willingly.
Look at my kids doing their part and all this bullshit.
They love it, man.
They do. It's sick.
But they don't. It's because, again, we say this all the time. They're spoiled. They're spoiled by America. America's freedom has spoiled them. So, it is what it is. That's why we need to teach. We need to stop letting them use the school for what they're trying to use it to push an agenda rather than to teach kids. They're not teaching kids how to be thinkers.
No.
They're not teaching kids how to be logical.
No.
They're teaching kids to follow an agenda. They're teaching kids to follow, period. That's it. That's what they're teaching kids. They're teaching kids to follow. After you go to elementary school, first to fifth, you learn writing, you learn vocabulary, you learn all these things. And then, like, maybe you need a couple more grades to tell you how to think.
Yeah.
And survive in America.
Yeah.
But then they just start going, yep, all this, here comes all the rest of this other shit. And then go to college and learn more of this shit and all this, rather than actually like having school be like
what it could
get
be.
You ready to make money,
real life,
and work,
real life.
Yep. Instead, they teach you all this indoctrination shit, and it's on purpose.
Yeah.
It's just because in America you have so much freedom that you have to basically enslave yourself. You know what I'm saying? So they have to do it a different way. They have to approach you a different way to make you want to be enslaved, to make you want to be oppressed, because that's the only way that they can actually oppress you.
And it's so true, like when you say like the college and school and shit, because like look at the people that go to school, and the people that don't go to school.
Yeah, they become billionaires.
Like, and even in my family, the ones who
I thought you meant like in America, because the niggas that don't go to school become billionaires, bro.
No,
they
like
run Facebook and shit, or they run Google.
Yeah, no,
and
but like
Amazon.
But I meant like for like the Views
or
and
Apple.
liberals and whatever, the people, majority of people that go to college come out and need like some sort of a switch or something. I didn't go to school. You didn't go to school. Well, we did like a year, whatever semester.
I did a semester.
Two of my sisters didn't go to school. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like it's you can can literally see it in your life.
You're more logical when you don't go to school. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
You have more common sense when you don't get indoctrinated by the fucking colleges. That's wild.
Weird.
It shouldn't be like that though.
And like most, not most, because there's so many out there, but people do get a switch and. But it takes something crazy, and it shouldn't even be that.
It takes life. It takes life experience.
Fuck, yeah.
It takes life experience. But when they have you like in this fantasy world, like you don't look at life the way you don't learn from your experiences. So it's like you just continue to be ignorant. This is on purpose. You're being programmed. That's what it is. We're being programmed to not take life serious, like the way you're supposed to. We're all just like so confused and don't know shit because of all the misinformation and disinformation and indoctrination. All this shit is on purpose. They don't want us to like understand how this works. You know what I'm saying? Because then they have no control. It's an actual free country, and we will actually prosper. Yeah, but they don't. Everything can't be fine for them to get control.
I know.
They can't seize control with everything being fine.
I know.
Because if we were all prospering, we could all. Well, you're not in a position to be controlled.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to be broken. You have to be broken to allow someone to control you. That's why this mental health shit in America is the most detrimental shit they've ever done. You know what I'm saying? They're making everyone crazy. They're literally making everyone crazy. Look at this screen for 10 hours a day and get your brain turned into something crazy that human brains ain't supposed to be experiencing. You know what I'm saying? This is like where we're at mentally right now because of technology is somewhere we've never been. Because we're being like, we haven't even had this type of thing to influence our brain the way we've been influenced.
Absolutely.
Crazy, bro. Ready?
Yep.
You should do some serious thinking either about your historical knowledge or about your moral character.
Question for Professor Peterson. Why do you feel that someone's personal gender identity and pronouns infringes your free speech? Can one not also argue based on your interpretation
trying to force
that
people.
Professors can use racial slurs in their classroom and that the inability to do so would violate their freedom of speech?
Bro, they focus on the craziest things. Even if you made it okay, like it is okay. Actually, that's the thing. It's not even about making it okay. It's okay to say what you want in America. They're trying to stop that, but it is. But how many teachers are calling people niggas and calling people are saying any of these racial slurs to students?
Like,
it's
come
rare.
on now. Come on.
It's rare. And again, just because you legislate it doesn't mean it's gonna stop happening. Like murder is illegal. People still murder. So you're not going to stop it by legislating it. You're literally just giving away power. We've already said this. But they focus on it and they say, why do you think calling people racial slurs is okay? Is how they try to say it. Like, you don't want these kids, want these kids to experience racism, don't you? Yeah. That's how they try to posture.
Exactly what he wants. That's exactly.
Crazy.
He totally said that so many times.
That's why he's sitting there like...
Legit, he's annoyed.
Fucking stupid bitch. Oh my god,
you can hear him like,
is an idiot. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god.
Like, bitch, she shouldn't have even fucking skipped the question. Next question, she shouldn't even have asked that question.
But she's trying to. they're trying to get some type of negative response in some way. So let's get him annoyed. Let's ask him dumb questions. Let's maybe if we ask him a leading question, he'll be stupid enough to fall for it and say some dumb shit. Like they're trying any type of way. They're not actually trying to get answers from him.
Yeah.
They want him to look bad. That's all these people ever want from him. But he's too well thought.
Straight up.
He thinks too much. Not too much. He thinks too much for that.
Yeah.
For them to do that to him.
There's a difference between saying that there's something you can't say and saying that there are things that you have to say. And I regard these made-up pronouns, all of them, as the neologisms of radical PC authoritarians. Do you understand that? And I'm not a fan of that sort of person. And the reason I'm not a fan of that sort of person is because I've done my homework. I've read everything I can get my hands on in the development of authoritarian political systems, and I know the literature inside out and backwards. And I am not going to be a mouthpiece for language that I detest. And that's that.
He was heated.
I didn't even hear what he said. My bad. I was reading the Discord. Let me close this. I wasn't even paying attention. My bad, guys.
He was pissed.
My bad, guys. Hold on. My bad. Let's go back here for a second. Sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
There's a difference between saying that there's something you can't say and saying that there are things that you have to say. And I regard these made-up pronouns, all of them, as the neologisms of radical PC authoritarians. Do you understand that? And I'm not a fan of that sort of person. And the reason I'm not a fan of that sort of person is because I've done my homework. I've read everything I can get my hands on in the development of authoritarian political systems, and I know the literature inside out and backwards. And I am not going to be a mouthpiece for language that I detest. And that's that.
Yo. He's dead ass sick of you idiots.
Yo, y'all are driving like he's fucking like.
I don't know when this is from, but I would imagine, like I've said it before, and I don't like, I'm not trying to bring like attention to it, but it happened, and I told you I remember he like had like a breakdown for a second.
Yes.
Like he relapsed on alcohol and all this stuff. I don't know if maybe he didn't realize. Maybe that was the first time he realized that he was an alcoholic or whatever. But he got arrested. I'm pretty sure. Like all this stuff happened.
2018.
That's what I'm saying.
Looks old. So
and he looks like he's going through it here.
He looks fucking heated. He looks stressed.
Yeah.
He looks. Yeah, he does.
But I don't want to say that that's what's happening.
No.
Because maybe this was just a day for him.
But you can see it.
It looks like he's going through it, bro.
Yeah.
And he's. But what I was trying to get at was when you think like him. Like you would get stressed out just from the world, seeing how ignorant the world is and how he's done all this research and people are just constantly trying to put words in his mouth and constantly trying to consider him all these things, and all he wants is
you to listen to him.
He just wants the world to not fall into a trap.
Yep.
He's just trying to stop us from getting walked into a trap, and people don't understand that. So imagine understanding that, doing speeches all over the fucking world, I'm sure, and having people still not understand, and you try your hardest to break it down for people to understand, and people still don't understand.
Get it.
The world is still just walking down this path to slaughter. I would go crazy too, I think.
You can help.
Yeah. And I think that's probably a lot of people's issue in this world. It's not just him. There's a lot of people who think like that. Like
Absolutely.
The world is hopeless, nihilist, and just like, you know, I'm sure it's a very
That's
brain,
tough. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nerve-wracking thing. Like, because I've just thinking the thoughts that I think, overthinking, have made me turn to drugs, made me do all these, a lot of things.
Straight up, same here.
So I like,
it can take.
We're all human.
Yeah, and it can take a lot to get back to normal.
To a normalcy, yeah. Absolutely.
When the Marxists
and the thing is, even obviously throughout time, there has been men that are evil, that have done fucked up things.
Yeah.
But would we be so far from all that garbage if there weren't men who actually are trying to help and push the world forward? That's clearly the majority, because look at how far we have come. Like, this whole patriarchy thing that bitches be talking about. At the time that there was a patriarchy, your ass wouldn't be saying that.
No.
Like, clearly we're making progress. And men are the ones who have allowed the progress. If men were in control of everything, they've allowed the progress. They've actually been front line of the progress. They got to push the progress themselves. The frog. They got to push the almost said it again. They got to push the progress forward themselves.
Yes.
So to claim that niggas is just out here just persecuting women is crazy. But that's what these bitches is doing.
Straight up.
That's crazy. And I mean bitches.
Fuck yeah.
Crazy, man.
Well, that wasn't real Marxism. What it really means, and I've thought about this for a long time, it's the most...
Did we miss something there?
And it's a horrible thing to inflict upon men. When the Marxists say, well, that wasn't real Marxism, what it really means, and I've thought about this for a long time, it's the most arrogant possible statement anyone could ever make. It means, if I would have been in Stalin's position, I would have ushered in the damn utopia instead of the genocidal massacres, because I understand the doctrine of Marxism and everything about me is good.
Yep.
It's like, well, think again, sunshine. You don't understand it. You don't understand it. And you're not that good. And if the power was in your hands, assuming you had the competence, which you don't.
Exactly.
You wouldn't have done any better.
Imagine.
And even if you had.
These men that did this are smart men. And it took hard work to become them.
Yes.
So imagine what it would take to become that, but imagine it, but in right, to do it right.
Yep.
Like, bro, you gotta be crazy. You gotta be crazy to think that just anyone could just do that. You gotta be crazy to think that anybody could just lead a whole entire nation into utopia, like he just said.
Right.
And especially with socialism, there's no way, brother. There's too much opportunity for corruption, and humans are just human. You know, that's crazy.
Straight up.
I've never heard that point before, but that is true.
Me either.
That's very true.
He just keeps coming with facts and facts over and over. It's crazy.
That's a fact. Yeah, he's a real one, man. I love Jordan Peterson, man.
For real.
Which you don't. You wouldn't have done any better. And even if you had, there would have been someone else waiting right behind you to shoot you the first time you actually tried to do anything good. And that's what happened to all the old guard who ran the damn revolution. Stalin rounded them all up and shot them, along with their families and millions of other people. So even if you do happen to be that avatar of moral purity that you claim implicitly, the probability that you'd get to act out your goodness in relationship to those possessed by your ideology is zero.
Is being sensitive to offense such a problem, though? Like, we would have previously called that...
Amazing. I just wanted to say that. Holy shit.
Is being sensitive to offense such a problem, though? Like, we would have previously called that manners.
It's a terrible problem. So imagine you... Okay, so
the subtitles just messed it up, to be honest. Did you see that?
No, my microphone's...
It said menace. She said manners. I understood that totally wrong because the subtitles said something totally different. So I was like, and her accent fucked me up. So I thought it was saying what the subtitles said. Yeah. That's crazy.
In relationship to those possessed by your ideology is zero.
Is being sensitive to offense such a problem, though? Like, we would have previously called that manners.
Manners.
It's a terrible problem. So imagine you... Okay, so the rule is you can't offend anyone, all right? Let's say you're speaking to one person. I can't offend you. All right, fair enough.
You're a normal person.
What if I'm speaking to 10 people? Do I get to offend 1 in 10? How about 1 in 100? How about 1 in 1,000? You're going to come out on stage and you're going to say something important about something vital, and you're not going to offend 1 person in 1,000?
Get out of here.
You can't say anything about anything important ever without offending probably the person you're talking to. Important speech about important issues, especially contentious issues, is instantly offensive.
Yo, that's probably gonna get this video copyright claimed, but that's a fact. Legit. That is an absolute fact. Important speech is going to offend somebody no matter what, because it's important. So a lot of people care about it, which means there's going to be people on both sides of the situation, which is
feeling very strongly.
It's human. So imagine if you weren't allowed to offend people.
You can't even. That's literally
fascism.
Impossible. Yeah. Because who the fuck decides what's offensive? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You cannot put You can't put.
You can't legislate.
You can't legislate offensiveness. That's like sickening.
I offend people every day on my stream.
Get out of here.
Imagine
yo.
I'd be done.
Get out of
I would
here.
already be done.
And then people just fucking are gonna just start coming out.
Yeah.
I'm offended. I'm
just
offended,
like
I'm offended.
grape.
Yeah.
Just like grape. They just start making shit up to ruin people's lives.
They're trying.
Oh, this person
to,
offended me yesterday.
Legit. They're trying to legislate emotions.
And it would be like, it was just me and him in the hallway.
Yep. No one else was there.
And he
no
said,
cameras.
"Hey, stupid." No one else heard it. He whispered it. "Hey, stupid." And I just broke down, and it just hurt my ears so much.
Yo,
lock
for
him up,
real.
life. Give him life.
I'm scarred for life.
Amazing video, man.
Yeah, that was so
amazing
good.
video.
I'm glad there was some we didn't see. Those were dope.
Yeah, that was fire. And there's still more we ain't
I
seen.
know.
Like, Jordan Peterson is the GOAT.
He is.
He's
so dope.
He might be like, damn, there's a few of these people that like just are amazing,
I
bro.
know. Because
Like,
Matt Walsh killed it yesterday on the live
Matt
stream.
Walsh, but also like Larry Elder.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
We have to
Tom
do more of
Sowell.
him, too.
Yep.
There's not enough time.
No, there is. We're gonna get to it all.
I
We're
know,
gonna
I
get to it
know.
all. But yeah, appreciate you guys, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you be notified whenever we drop.
Flawd's booty.
Remember to always stay flawed. Don't you dare try to play flawed. And if you see me in the streets, then you better say,
"Hey, Flawd."
Easier for me to go to sleep at night. I had a dream that I could do my thing, and everywhere I went the people knew my name. Some people hated on the truth I bring, but now I use the hating just to fuel my plane. I had a dream that I could do my thing, and everywhere I went the people knew my name. Some people hated on the truth I bring, but now I use the hating just to fuel my plane.